the value versus mana cost ratio? Have I run you through the way I pick cards?
Nah.
Okay, well, let's do that first. Okay, so straight off the bat, I want you to hover over on the left-hand side, the Fearless Assassin. Do you see the Fearless Assassin there? So this,
Yeah.
for 1 mana, you're getting 3 points of attack and 1 point of health. So I like to just call them points of value. So I'd say 1 mana, you get 4 points of value, 3 plus 1, you know what I mean?
Awesome.
Okay, now if we swap over to the made mark, how many points of value is that giving us in terms of health and, attack?
Um, just two.
Yep, correct. So that's one way to look at cards to see which cards like good to put in a deck. But the second thing you need to take into account is utility. So if it was just you drawing 2 cards, that's actually really good value for 1 mana. But since your opponent also draws 2 cards, it kind of nullifies that nice advantage you had. So if we scroll down to the very bottom, I'll show you a card that I really like just due to its value. I don't know if it has a place in Deception, but this is just for teaching sake. So also top right, you can get rid of cards that you don't own by clicking Show Owned. That's a good way to just save you a little bit of time. Okay, go up
Awesome.
to 1 mana drops. Okay, yep. Scroll down a row. Just one row of cards. Another row. Yep. See the Wild Hog at the very bottom? I like to use that as a good example. So scroll down another row. On your right. There you go. Wild
Yeah,
Hog.
yeah, I like to use that one too.
Yes. So most cards for 1 mana give 4 points of value, whether it be 1 attack, 3 health, 2 attack, 2 health. This gives 2 attack, 3 health, but it's got anti-utility, like negative utility, so it's confused and it misses 50% of the time. So usually I love this in all free-to-play decks. I love it to death, but in a Deception deck, it's debatable whether I'd actually put it because you're meant to just hide one single target and go face, and if you have a 50% chance of missing, it's going to ruin your win rate consistency. So anyways, let's go back to the top and build your deck now. I just wanted to give you a little
Awesome.
rundown. So in a free-to-play deck, the cards I love, Switch Duelist. That's one of my favorite cards. It's got hidden. So top left, I would put a second hidden Switch Duelist when you get it, and a second Fielded Assassin when you get it. So these hidden flank. Do you know how the flank mechanic works?
Not really.
Okay, that's okay. We need to get rid of Made Mark. That's not going in the deck. That was just to show you an example. Okay. Yep, good. So, flank works this way. Once one of your creatures on the board or your weapon has attacked something, your hidden creature or your flank creature, it can attack anything on the board, whether it's backline, whether it's the enemy's face, and it doesn't matter if they have a taunt and or anything to stop you. Flank can bypass everything. So that's what flank is. It just means it can bypass everything, which is a
Awesome.
it's very good because you just want to go face. All right. So another thing I'd put in is Shield Bearer because you want your hidden creature to be strong and to remain hidden. So you want to be able to hide it with your cheat hero power. So by giving it an extra health, it means you can hide it for an extra turn. So put 2 shield bearers in. Awesome. Next, I want trial spirits. So scroll down. Okay. Do you have trial spirits? It's okay if you don't. Yes, you do. They are core cards and you have them. Beautiful. You have exactly 2. Lucky you. Okay, 2 trial spirits. And I love the makeshift shiv. So the reason I love this makeshift shiv is because there's a lot of hero powers or like magic that can protect their hero, and you can't get through and do the damage. So makeshift shiv can allow you to get rid of protected and do the damage, or just board control really efficiently. So, all right, let's go to 2 drops now. Beautiful. Okay, you only have 1 Assassin's Aim, which is sad, but that's a big core part of your deck. You need 2 Dark Knives, 2 Assassin's Aim. So put in an Assassin's Aim, put in 2 Umbra Arrows. I'll explain how it all works when we play a game. We'll play a game together so I can give you an idea of how it all works. Okay, so the Glider Assailant's got nice damage and flank, but it's more likely going to die before it gets played, so let's avoid that for now. And scroll down one. So with free-to-play decks, we're kind of just trying to get the most value out of each card. There's not much synergy in the free-to-play decks. Okay, so keep going down one. Alright, I'm going to put you to the test. Out of those 4 cards on the bottom row, No, three cards. Don't look at the portable fortress. Out of this Shield Maiden, Barricade, and Skeleton Heavy, which has the best value per mana? Perfect.
Skeleton heavy.
That's it. You got it. You're a quick learner. All right, two Skeleton Heavies. Whack 'em in. Okay, beautiful. All right, now let's go to three drops. Scroll down. Beautiful. I don't like the Vault Vagabond because I feel like it plays too slow. It's only got one attack for 3 mana. I feel like the game stalls out and you want to be quick. You want to be able to kill them quickly. So I do like the Bedeviled Shadow because it's a 3 damage card with 3 health that it hides straight away as soon as you play it. It's got hidden. So put 2 of those in. Awesome. And now we scroll down. Alright, what do we have here? There's a lot of weapons in the meta, so I'd actually put a Bronze Servant in this deck. So 1 Bronze Servant, and then out of this bottom row, what is the highest value card for mana?
Hunt Warden.
Yes, perfect. The Dune Cavalry, it's the same as the Hunt Warden, but look, it's got no title. The Hunt Warden's an Amazon, and sometimes your opponent will give you a card that's like, give +1/+1 to an Amazon or something, you know? Or something from the
Awesome.
shop will buff an Amazon, but you can never buff a card that has no guild. So always go with the guild Amazon card. Alright, beautiful. 2 Hunt Wardens. Okay, let's go to 4 drops now. Okay, you've got my favorite 4 drop. It's called the Inconspicuous Carriage. What this does, if you read it, is if your opponent has any leftover mana crystals when they destroy it, they shuffle a bomb that does 3 damage for each mana crystal they have unused. And that card's hilarious.
Man, that's
And
just like Hearthstone.
noobs will always fall for it and destroy it when they have like 5 mana, and then they'll take 15 bombs in their deck or whatever. 15 damage worth of bombs. Okay, so put that in. Beautiful. I like the Uncanny Rogue as well in a free-to-play deck. You can apply poison to another creature. You can get rid of bigger targets that way, so that's a nice little utility card. All right, let's scroll down again. In this meta, I like the Basilisk because a lot of people have weapons. So 1 Basilisk. And then I like 2 Wetland Ogres because if you look at the Wetland Ogre, it's one of those high, points of value per mana card. So Wetland Ogre, you get 4 and 5, so that's 9 points of value for 4 mana. You can't beat that. Did you get 2 in?
Put 2.
Yeah, put 2. Beautiful. Okay, let's go to 5 drops. Okay. So you could be sneaky and put a Cutthroat Insight in. That could come in handy. So just 1. It's a little cheeky of a card, but I love it. Okay, that's it. Now scroll down again, another row. I want to have a look at the other cards you have. I do like Ogre Archer can be good. So can I don't know. Let's go 6 for a second. I want to see what 6 drops you have first. Yep, Rapture Dance, definitely a great card to put in. Okay. Rapture Dance. What's another great card? So usually I don't have higher than like 4 to 5 mana cards, but you're missing some of the 1 mana cards and 2 mana cards that are really good. But they'll come with time. Anyways, let's see what else is good for 6 mana drops. Oh, Tyrant, thank you for the bits. I do like scroll down again. So there's a Minotaur which is 4 and 8. That's 12 points of value, but there's the Mamoon Stalwart, which is a 3/6. That's 9 plus a 2/2, so that's 13 points of value. Wait, 9 and 4, yeah, 13. So technically, yeah, I'd go for the Mammons. Oh wait, the 6/5's huge, but it probably won't last. Does he have Spike T? Those are amazing. I don't like Spike T. I think it's too expensive for what it does. You want a Hunting Trap instead of Spike T eventually, which is a core card that you don't own. It's an epic core card. So I would put 2 Mammon Stalwarts in. Hello, sir. I'm here again. Great to see you, Alabillans. How you doing? Okay, let's go to 7 drops. And, ooh, interesting. Okay, that's 16 points of value. That's 13. That's 7 and 8 is 15. I like Porphyrion. I'd put Porphyrion in. Beautiful. All right. Let's see what you have. Oh no, yeah, no judge envoys. Get rid of those. You have to click on the thing and then click again. What's going on there? Yeah. Click it. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Let's see your 8 drops. Probably won't put any 8 or 9 drops, but I just want to see. Maybe one Helion Elite. Okay, cool. 9 drops. Let's have one little look. Ooh, not 2, just 1. Okay, now let's go back to 1 and try and fill in the deck with cheap cost creatures because we want our ratio of cheap cost creatures so we don't pull big ones. So I'd put the hogs in. I'd put the wild hogs in actually, if you haven't already. All right, let's play a game together now. Now, I'm going to ask you what you would do, and then you tell me, and then I'll tell you if that's what I would do. That doesn't automatically mean I'm going to make the right play. Sometimes the people I'm teaching make better plays than I do, but I just want to know your thought process when you're thinking about each turn. And yeah, so let's change the deck over. So go rank decks, and then click the deck icon. No, not loadout, the other one. Yep, click there. Because we're not, that's not the deck we built. So go to custom deck, the one on the far right. That's the one we built. Admir Flores, how you doing? Okay, then go select. So you've just been using a starter deck, right?
Yeah.
And you got to Twilight Shadow. That's insane. Okay, go play. This is going to be exciting. If you can get to Twilight Shadow on a starter deck, that's very impressive. I would not... I got rid of my starter deck after, like, leveling twice, because the starter decks are horrible in this game. So the fact you could even rank up is impressive. Alright, I'm just going to clean my room a bit and finish making my tea while that game loads.
So,
How's your day going anyways?
alright. So
Where are you from? Are you from Philippines or...
I'm from Saint Lucia. That's in the Caribbean.
Oh, in the Caribbean. That's crazy. I couldn't tell from your microphone's very like quiet. I can't tell the accent. Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm going to pick cheat.
Okay. Yep, always go cheat. Okay. Now, I'll tell you the mulligan phase. So, if you're going first, you want like aggressive cards. Aggressive 1 mana and 2 mana cards. If you're going second, you want more 2 mana and 3 mana, right? Because you have extra mana crystals. So, I'd get rid of Umber Arrow for now. Oh, we're going second. Okay, get rid of the Helion Elite. That's definitely too high. I would have kept the Umber Arrow. I thought we were going first. I couldn't see because it's all grayed out. Get rid of Rapture. So you want between like 2 and 3 cost cards in your opening hand. Maximum if you're going second. And you want 1 and 2 cost cards if you're going first. So this is fine in a way, but you run out of steam very quickly because you'll be able to play all your cards quickly. Interesting. So interesting. I don't remember putting the glider assailant in, but that's okay. Um, so here's our options. I know I told you what I'd do, but this is really like almost confusing. Oh no, there's only really one option here. What would you do?
I think I'll put Trial Spirit.
In what order though? Do you know what Trial Spirit does?
Yeah, it adds 1 health to a minion.
Yeah. So what would you put down first?
I'll put the Field Assassin. All
Beautiful.
those
That's
who
it.
die.
Perfect. Yep. All right, be quick. Your clock's running out of time. Use your coin. You got to use your coin. Beautiful. Now, even though it's not your turn after you pass, what would you do based on what you've got on the board and he has on the board now? Because this is an exercise I use. So you can end your turn, but for next turn you've got to think ahead what all your options are right now. So you'll be 2
Well,
mana.
I'll hit him with I'll hit his minion with trial spirit,
Mm.
and I'll use cheat
Yeah,
to
you
kill
could do
it.
that. Or there's a couple different options. Okay, ooh, shit. He might go face here. I still think it's good to hit it with the 1-3, but I think it changes something though. Ooh, he's hiding it. Interesting. That's okay. It's unfortunate, but what would you do now? Because now it's hidden for a turn.
I think I'll just put down skeleton heavy and go face.
I would put down the glider assailant and go face because it does more damage and it forces him to want to board control you back, whereas the skeleton heavy doesn't apply as much pressure. You know what I mean? So I'd
Yeah.
put down that, but I'd also trial spirit the 3-2 and go face with everything. The reason I won't trial spirit the 1-3 is the 1-3 is going to die anyway, right? And we're going to need the one. No,
Wait.
oh, you could do that 3-2. I mean, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Yeah, just go face. But yeah, you don't want to put the health on the 1-3 because you're probably going to use the 1-3 to trade. You want your stronger creatures to survive usually. But yeah, he can
Awesome.
kill any creature with 8 damage, but he's not going to. He's going to go face. Hopefully he can't. See, if he had a deck like yours and he had Trial Spirit, he could hide his creature for another turn by giving it 1 health and then cheating his own creature. And then he'd have you dead in like 2 turns. But I
Oh,
don't know what he's running, so we're going to find out. I'm also looking at the shop right now, and I'm looking for something like a taunt. Do you see that taunt? That's going to stop him from being able to cheat his own creature and hide it. Oh, what's this? Okay, so he's using the archer, but he doesn't have the mana to ping it. Unless he has a Athenian archer. You should be fine here. Let's go, says Ella. Okay, so he's just ended his turn. You've got 3 mana and a crystal, so 4 mana. Oh, Hems with the tier 1 subscription. Oh my god. It looks like we're going to be getting a haircut soon, guys. Very nicely played. Yep, definitely ping that off. Okay, now with 2 mana, what would you do? So,
I'll play
the skeleton
skeleton
heavy,
heavy.
beautiful, perfect. And what would you do on the board? So I'll explain one thing. It's very important. The only AoE that Deception has is the Rapture Dance. So use your 3-3 to trade out the 2-2 so it survives. So I'll explain why that was the better choice than using your 3-1. Okay? So I wanted to spend more time explaining, but the clock is really not our friend. So I'll explain now. It doesn't seem like the right idea because then you're thinking in your head he can just ping it off next turn, right?
Oh,
Don't buy
should
anything
I
from the
buy?
shop. No, no, no.
Okay, good.
Okay, let's go one step at a time. So I'll tell you why not to buy from the shop because he's got 5 favor, you have 19. He can't buy anything from the shop unless he can clear your whole board. So you don't have to worry about him buying from the shop. You can make sure that you have any flexible option you want for what he plays instead of locking yourself into one option, you know what I mean? And buying that card. Leave your options open as long as you can. Alright,
Awesome.
now I'll explain why the trade was a good idea. So now that you traded the 3-3 into the 2-2 and it survived, he had to waste 2 mana on his turn to kill your 3-1. So that slows him down even more. Okay, what are your options here?
Um, to send the
What?
glider to kill the wall.
I would use the 2-4 into the 3-2 because it survives. Always go for the value trade, and there's 2 reasons. So
Oh
watch what
yeah,
happens.
true.
What's your favor? So now do that trade. You gain 3 favor because your guy survives, he doesn't. Now just go face really quick after that because you're running out of time, and I'll explain why the other play wasn't good. So the other play, it will do the job, but the thing is, you're not going to get any favor, and you're going to lose 3 damage on the board. Whereas now, look, you've lost nothing, just 3 health. So now you still have that 2 damage, and he's forced between playing a 5 mana card or pinging it for 2 mana. So that slows him down again. Because we chose that high value 2 mana card, you can end your turn now. But do you see what I mean? It's putting you further and
Yeah.
further ahead of him. And now if he'll have to ping something. And he can't ping your 2-1 anyway. He has to ping the 3-1 because it's a higher cost creature and it does more damage to him. Yes, he could have board controls, but you have to keep in mind that Deception doesn't have any AoE board controls until turn 6. So you have free roam of board control until turn 6. That's when you have to start being vigilant of how many creatures you place on the board, and you have to start worrying about Rapture Dance. But until then, you're in a sweet spot. Okay, so he's using 0-8 shield. You know what's really funny that you can do here? What would you do here?
The, I'll use the cheat hero to bypass the shield.
Yes, beautiful. But before we do anything, let's check what we have. Okay, so what I would do in this position is sort of greedy, but I would go to the shop and I would buy the, see the bottom one? I like the bottom one because it draws a card for you, but it does draw a card for your opponent. But I would still do it. So I always draw a card first before I start my turn. I always like to see what card I get and see if it's a better option than whatever else I'm getting. So draw a card first and then quickly cheat and go face before your clock runs out. Yeah, just cheat and go face now. Your clock's probably going to run out, but that's the wrong order. But yeah, your time is definitely running out. So yeah, play the wind-up roller and the makeshift shiv so you can do an extra 1 damage. He still can't use Rapture Dance if you look at his mana, so you're fine. Yep, now you can go face. So the only bad thing with using draw a card, sometimes it's a bad option because it can give your opponent more options to kill you. But in this position, I think we're okay.
Awesome.
If he played a second Portable Fortress, you can use your Umber Arrow to actually take one and then cheat the other Portable Fortress as well. Also, you can use your Umber Arrow to get an extra 2 damage on... You can use it as a 2 damage spell if he plays a 2 damage creature because you get to gain control and it's got God Blitz. And God Blitz means that it can attack face. So you can take his own 2... So you could take his... Yeah, perfect example. Okay, beautiful. So this is the awesome thing with Umber Arrow that people overlook. You can take his 0-7 and then cheat the 1-4. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter which order you do it, but you can take one of his taunt creatures so that you have lethal next turn instead of having to, try and board clear one or the other, right? Lethal means that you win the next turn, so just wait till he ends his turn. Unless he goes triple taunt, but he doesn't have the favor for triple taunt. Is he just going to end with 3 mana? Surely he pings off your 2-1. So you've still got 6, 7, 8 because you took the 3-2 roller. So now, yeah. So now, Umber Arrow any of those creatures. It doesn't matter which one. Beautiful. And then you just cheat the other one and you win. You see?
Sweet. That's
Yeah.
just like a Hearthstone.
Yeah. Good work, man. I know I gave you a lot of things to think about, and I kind of overwhelmed you with all this information, and I talk very quickly. But I hope you've learned some little things from that.
Yeah, I learned a lot. I learned a lot. It's
Beautiful.
just it's so similar to
Oh
Hearthstone.
yeah. But it's like arena mode in Hearthstone. You always want to get board control. There's not many AoEs in this game, so you don't have to worry about them clearing your board as much until around turn 6. So a lot of the time you can get board control with this deck and it works, but a lot of the time you kind of just want to go face sometimes. So you have to play very flexibly depending on your opponent. If you're versing another Deception player, board control's good. If you're versing another Nature player, board control's good. Damn, I'm learning here. You're so good, Tito. Thank you so much, Adma. Adma,
So,
sorry. But yeah, I'll do another
oh,
lesson with you tomorrow if you'd like.
awesome. Oh,
And we'll,
one thing.
yeah, go ahead.
Should I keep the glider?
The glider's not bad. You can keep it. It's not the end all be all. It's a fine card to have. It's okay.
Awesome.
All right. Take care, brother.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
You're welcome, man. I appreciate it. All right. There we go.